His last speech by Maximilien Robespierre. The enemies of a republic call me tyrant. Were such they would grovel at my feet. I should gorge them with gold, I should grant them impunity for their crimes, and they would be grateful. Were I such, the kings we have vanquished, far from denouncing Robespierre, would lend me their guilty support. There would be a covenant between them and me. Tyranny must have tools, but the enemies of tyranny, whither does the path tend? To doom and to mortality. What tyrant is my protector? To what faction do I belong? Yourselves. What faction since the beginning of a revolution has crushed and annihilated so many detected traitors? You, the people, our principles, are that faction, a faction to which I am devoted, and against which all the scoundrelism of the day is banded. The confirmation of a republic has been my object, and I know that a republic can be established only on the eternal basis of morality. Against me and against those who hold kindred principles the leagues formed. My life I abandon without regret. I have seen the past and I foresee the future. What friend of his country could wish to survive the moment when he could no longer serve it, when he could no longer defend innocence against oppression? Wherefore should they continue in an order of things, where intrigue eternally triumphs over truth, where justice is mocked, where passions the most abject, or fears the most absurd, override the sacred interests of humanity? In witnessing the multitude of voices which the torrent of a revolutionist wrote in turbid communion with its civic virtues, I confess that I have sometimes feared that I should be sullied in the eyes of posterity by the impure neighborhood of unprincipled men who had thrust themselves into occasions with the sincere friends of humanity. And I rejoice that these conspirators against my country have now, by their reckless rage, traced deep the line of demarcation between themselves and all true men. Question history and learn how the defenders of liberty in all times have been overwhelmed by calumny. But the traducers died also, the good and the bad disappear alike from the earth, but in very different conditions. O Frenchmen, O my countrymen, let not your enemies with your desolating doctrines degrade your souls and enervate your virtues. No, Chaumer, no. Death is not an eternal sleep. Citizens, efface from the tomb the motto, graven by sacrilegious hands, which spread over all nature a funeral crap, takes from oppressed innocence its support, and affronts the beneficent dispensation of death. Inscribe rather thereon these words: Death is the commencement of immortality. I leave to the oppressors of the people a terrible statement which I proclaim with independence befitting one whose career is so nearly ended. It is the awful truth: Thou shalt die.